Well, she can join us at some point. I had a feeling that was going to happen. At least we were able to speak with Dominique. But we are actually finally... Alright, I should talk with him again and see how angry I can make him.
Bloody cavies. Too big for their boots as usual. They ought to keep out of our hair if they don't want to pay for the pleasure.
What do you mean by cavies?
You know, elves, dwarfs, lizards, undesirables. Those of them.
Okay, well, I already get the feeling I know what's going on with you. And now for the person I walked right by without ever talking to.
Amidst a crowd of screws, bolts, and scraps of metal, the woman is manipulating a glove-like contraption fitted with 5 long metal skewers. She doesn't look up as you approach.
And what you after?
This creature seems to be technically minded. You seem to be technically minded. Could you fashion a face ripper for me?
Come again?
You know what? Okay, here's how you rip off a face. You first take blades. They must be the sharpest you can ever...
You another friend of Niles? I told that Magister freak to get back to his little dungeon in the keep, and I'll tell you the same. Now get the hell out of my face!
No? Stop that. I want to...
The woman looks up as you approach, wiping...
What do you need?
You have questions about Dallas.
The hammer got you curious. Yeah, funny name for a gal like that. When I knew her, the Feather would have been a likelier name.
What do you remember of Dallas?
Oh, I don't know. She was a sweet soul, quiet, loved her family. Always seemed strong as I recall, but she didn't come across as no fearless military leader back then. She was just a girl.
Times change.
People do change, don't they?
Who invented these god-awful collars?
She nods once.
Clever lass, her. No wonder what Alexander sees in her. Question is, what she sees in him.
Let's see your wares.
By all means, get an eyeful.
Ah, elemental stuff. Totems, conjurers, and other such things. Resurrection scrolls. Modest ring, which boosts necromancy and gives armor, but I can't really afford that right now. I lie. Knockdown arrow. Lockpicks. Maybe at the very end. No, they probably changed their inventories multiple times, but we'll figure it all out in the end. Right, Ben Mezd. Talk with Doggo.
Collar, on, sauce, gone, go!
The Magister stares at the ground, unaware of your presence. With a start, she looks up and realizes someone is standing right beside her. Her eyes meet yours. She doesn't blink.
The Divine is dead. The Bishop is all we have left.
Take any comfort in the Bishop's presence here?
I don't question the Bishop. He and Dallas would do anything to protect us. And they say he's God-woken. They say he'll ascend.
She pauses for several moments.
I do wish Alexander would ascend sooner rather than later.
What is keeping Alexander from ascending?
They say his powers are not developing as they should. They blame the Voidwoken. But we need his powers to develop so that he may banish the Voidwoken. It's quite the pickle.
Hope he ascends soon. The Voidwoken are always getting worse.
I wish it every night. More than anything.
Was the Divine alive when you enlisted?
Oh, yes. Only a week or two before, well, you know. I wanted to serve him more than anything. But who didn't then? He was driving the Black Ring back, soon to rout them entirely.
You certain that rounding up the sorcerers in Fort Joy will protect anyone?
I put my faith in the Bishop. Reminds me of his father. And what he said has been true. Wherever there are sorcerers, Voidwoken strike.
Yeah, this place is gonna die. They all have names, they all have things. I doubt I can actually approach this gate, though.
As you approach the unsmiling Magister, Ifan catches your arm and speaks to you with some urgency.
I need to talk to this one for a few moments. Alone.
Go right ahead.
Ifan strides up to the Magister, speaking in a calm and controlled voice. Though you can't hear what he whispers, the Magister's face turns whiter than snow as he hands
Oh,
a
it's
note
this
to Ifan
one.
with shaking hands.
Don't! I'll give you the information. Here, just don't! Alright.
Ifan walks back to you, leaving the quivering wreck of a Magister behind. When he catches your eye, he winks.
Well, that's funny. What's up with
Ifan
you?
catches you looking over at him. He raises his eyebrows.
What?
You just made the Magister soil himself. Couldn't have done it better myself without taking my hood off.
He barks a laugh, then shakes his head sheepishly.
I wanted some information. That Magister wanted to negotiate. I negotiated.
Like the way you take care of business.
Oh, it's just practice. All in the way you set your jaw, lad. I'll teach you someday. I only do it when it's necessary. And it was necessary back there. He wanted me to kill someone. I didn't want to kill them. Being a little impolite seemed the least bad option.
Better an offended Magister than a death on your conscience.
That's about the size of it for me, all right. And now that we agree, shall we agree to keep moving?
After reading the scrap of paper he took from the Magister, Ifan marks a spot on your map and looks out to the far horizon.
Well, we know of Ifan's quest. Is there anything else that I've missed? Right, I actually skipped ahead out of a lot of these areas. Who are you? Mona.
Leave me. Go.
Tell her you've seen the other side and it's beautiful.
She smiles and reaches out as if to touch your arm, but pulls back at the last moment.
Sorry. I almost forget sometimes. I can't wait to see what's next. To be done with this.
Disease blocked by physical armor. I think it would also be disease blocked by being freaking undead, sir. Don't you mind me. Interesting. You've piqued my curiosity. What is around here? I would have assumed there'd be something in the tower. It'd be an interesting hiding spot. I wonder if... No, I don't think Middle Ages really had parkour. Then again, it probably wasn't called parkour back then. It was probably just called free running. Then again, their brittle bones from malnutrition probably didn't help. That's gonna be another fighting area. Do I really want to go down there? You know what? Why not? At this point, situations can't be made any worse now, can they?
Is that thing eating corpses?
Migo.
The creature heaves through lips gummed with human gore. It turns to you with great effort, pain apparent in every movement, and madness screams from its wide, bloodshot eyes.
You. Quite lost. Careful, or they'll cross your wires.
Salutations off topic. I have unfortunately been very quiet this stream, if only because there's a lot of dialogue I don't wish to talk over. But we're now dealing with a quite insane soul.
Now, a little query. Where grows the yarrow? Quickly now, for I haven't much time.
Here's a yarrow plant.
The creature gingerly takes the plant into his bloodied hands. He runs his fingertips over the white flowers. His panting breath slows.
Darling, dear darling child. Hello, yarrow girl. Can it really be you?
I'm glad you found what you were looking for.
The creature begins to weep. Fast, silent tears spill from his eyes as he clutches the little cluster of flowers to his heart.
For you, my ring. Part of me. Name of Migo. Thank you.
Farewell, creature. Quite strange. Arrow shaft and some gold. Perhaps we can craft something amazing. Who knows? Let's hope we're not eaten this time around. I will say this, you have missed a fair bit of story. And by story, I mean me doing a delicious amount of side quests, to the extent that it's probably driven people to madness. 2 magic armor grants skill restoration. We'll equip it, why not? We'll actually have some magical rings and equipment on. Who knows what we might find. Well-worn chest. And I can actually equip them. How nice. I don't feel like doing inventory management, and I'm probably going to only continue this for another bloody hour, because I've been... Maybe we'll actually continue the main story. Who knows? Perhaps speaking with you is not a good idea, although I haven't taken a look at the mutilated corpse as well. A mug of wine. The mug of wine probably isn't the most brilliant decision. Is there anyone else that will talk to us at this point?
Hero's walk is never done.
Okay. So we already talked with Buddy, we've talked with basically everyone. Why is this here? Cavern entrance. And that's just more people to talk with. I think we've actually talked with everyone in the camp aside from like 2 people. Oh, hey, there's the last companion. Nothing in the barrel.
Amid the squalor of Fort Joy, you suddenly spot an elf with diamond features, regal and radiant, but cold too, and sharper than any knife. She was the one who sat rolling dice in the ship that went under, deciding fates with every roll. Or so she said. Her eyes are focused on a lizard some distance away, and you get the distinct feeling he's an unfortunate man indeed to be trapped in her tiger-like gaze.
Oh, why do you like that wizard so much?
No sooner have these words left your mouth than she turns about and grabs you in a stranglehold. You feel the tip of a long needle being pushed a little ways into one of your neck's vertebrae.
Well.
You caught me off guard. No one catches me off guard. Better tell me who you really are, so I can decide your fate here and now.
I'm an ancient undead looking for his long-lost people.
I see. It does so satisfy to have a purpose in life.
A push, a pivot, and now you suddenly face her. The needle still all too deeply embedded in bone. Despite the precariousness of your situation, you notice something that remained undetected in the gloom of the ship. A flaw in her diamond features. A curiously shaped scar on her left cheek.
You want to know how I got these scars?
Let me tell you a little story.
Yes, this is quite a weird party, I'm aware.
Once upon a bad old time, a lizard cut this living scar, into my cheek. The mark of a slave. But now I'm free, of sorts. And I've traced that lizard here, to Fort Joy. I intend to raise the subject with him.
I am not that lizard.
She drives the needle in deeper and whispers.
In truth, it does not matter in the least who you really are. You saw me mark my prey. You could warn him, save him, or kill him before I get my chance. That makes you a liability. That makes you needle feed.
How about instead of killing me, you could join me?
A bright sparkle of laughter follows your proposal.
Ha! How amusing. I admit I had not seen that twist coming. I was certain the pitiful begging was about to begin. Make your case and do it quickly. Why should I join you?
Planning our escape, we need people with talents like yours, Miss Needle Queen.
Escape? How you do tickle me. Most of the misguided deers around here would argue such a thing is impossible.
Nothing's quite impossible, considering who you're trying to stab a needle into as of right now.
A silly thing to say, but then again, I did think catching me off guard was impossible. Oh, little needle mine, what should I do? Push or pull? The agony of choice.
Well, whatever you do, I'd rather decide it quickly.
You know what? Today is a rather fine day. Sunshine and an easy breeze. Yes, I'll let you live. I'll even agree to travel with you, provided we talk to that lizard I mentioned. I'm not quite sure the weather will save him.
With a casual flick of the wrist, she withdraws the needle from your neck and smiles, as if she just invited you to sit down for tea.
So you must have noticed you're pushing into bone, not flesh, right?
Yes, the needle did find you rather tough to chew. Nothing it can't handle, though, nor finish. This may strike you as, rather eccentric, but the thought of traveling with one such as yourself quite enthuses me.
I am in fact Mr. Bone Magi.
She tilts her head ever so slightly and looks at you almost mockingly. You can't help but contemplate with both dread and delight the absolute darkness at the heart of her cat's eyes.
Yes, this will be jolly good fun. Let's discuss our... Yumi and Death will be playing many a round of hide and seek. As a rogue, my speciality is
A rogue is
stealth.
fine.
Lead on, then follow me. But wait, you seem to have quite a few followers already.
Okay, I'm not going to cull anyone who I have. I'm just going to run around and speak.
So, this is Fort Joy. What a crumbling disaster.
We should probably find a spot to sleep soon so people can actually recover their health, but you know what? Let's not bother.
Oh, excuse me. Oh, I'm very tired.
Seriously?
Abominably
Bloody fly.
Beg your pardon.
I'm going to watch this happen because I think she's going to shank him. No? Yes. I want to watch this happen, I'm sorry. You amuse me. Let's see. Come on. I know Sebel is going after him. I suppose that was bound to happen at some point. Oh well, let's not bother to chase. This bloody cat's been following me everywhere, and I want to figure out what gets rid of it, because I thought it was Los that was doing something of that sort.
Like you wanted. Take your coin then.
Griff is slowly, methodically peeling the skin from a potato. As you approach, he looks up, setting the potato, but not the sharp little knife, down on the table.
What?
In charge around here?
Who's asking?
I'm a kinsman seeking guidance.
He smirks and holds the little knife up to the light, watching it glint.
I'm listening.
I'm looking for a way out of this
Can't
place.
help you there. If I could, I wouldn't be here peeling goddamn potatoes.
I'd like to secure the release of the elf.
A Myro. Bloody elves. I guess you mean the clown I caught stealing from my kitchen. He's not going anywhere.
What did he steal?
Supplies. A crate of food, citrus in particular. He'll talk, or he'll die quiet.
Tell you what, if I find the supplies and bring them back, will you free arm yo?
All I want is my supplies. Happy to let this clown die in a gutter instead of my kitchen. Bring back my crate, and you got yourself a deal.
Sure. What is the name of you, Miss Hild?
Hey, you're a little light in your pack, ain't you, mate? Who could blame you with the garbage they got for sale round here? Why don't you take a gander at the goodies I got? Stuff you won't find anywhere else in camp. Procured by special means.
Yeah, what special means are you talking about?
Let's just say folks leave here, but they don't seem to take their effects. Maybe I happen to know where everything ends up.
Alright, here's a real question. You know, I'm looking for Griff's missing supplies. Heard anything?
Fella in that cage is the thief. Stashed the oranges somewhere before he was caught. If you believe that.
I gather you don't.
I see plenty of liars in my line of work. Snakes, weasels, worms. That fella's square as a pavestone. If he's the thief, I'll eat my boots.
Oh? Who do you think the real culprit is?
Sure do. Ask me. It'd have to be one of those sad sacks that's always hanging around Griff looking for favours.
You know, you qualify, right? You're like not even 5 feet from the man and we're having this conversation. I know, there's a lot of weird interactions you can get as an undead, but I think I actually kind of messed up the game a little bit by putting on a human disguise really early on. I still look like an undead, yet I still have the human quality, so I can appear as both undead and human. Bleh.
She darts her tongue out of her mouth like a snake.
Some folks, and some reptiles, will do anything to get his attention. I see plenty of liars in my line of work. Snakes, weasels, worms. That fella's square as a pavestone. If he's the thief, I'll eat my boots.
I could be so sure.
It's all in the eyes. Joy lives in the eyes, sometimes way in the back, but it's there all the same. Liars ain't a joyful bunch. Sure you don't want to have a look at my stock before you go? I was serious about what I said. Everything in my pack's been got by special means.
Yeah, something sounds off about the offer. I'll take a look.
Only the finest, you know.
It's all stolen at some point, I presume. I also don't want to bother because I can't exactly afford all this stuff, and I'd rather do it with people who are actually good at trading. So, we'll end this conversation for now. $10 says Noose did it.
I know that look well enough. You're about to pop, ain't ya? Why don't you enter a match and let some of that frustration out the right way?
The stomach does a somersault. This must be an area of the one, arena of the one, home to a fabled cult of battle. Tell me more.
Nothing I can tell you can't find out by slipping down that hatch. If you've got the spit in you, that is.
Fair enough. Let's take a look and see if I can actually speak with this guy.
Leave him be. Don't make me say it again.
Listen, I can help you.
Shut up, elf.
Right, well, if I were to take a look and see where the oranges are stashed, I have no idea, but I will find out.
What's your hand, Pipsqueak? What are you loitering round here for?
Looking for Griff's stolen supplies.
If Boss trusts you to find something for him, you better not disappoint him. You won't like him when he's disappointed.
Strange that he's angry about some missing fruit.
Yeah, Boss is awful passionate about citrus. I can't get enough of the stuff.
Yeah, heard anything about the culprit?
You mean that guy in the cage? Oh, I don't associate with elves. Fella says he's innocent, but you know how they lie.
Don't seem too concerned about the missing stuff.
Boss will be fine. He's got himself in a fit state now, but as soon as another shipment comes in, he'll be right as rain.
Yeah, I'm just having a look
I've got a
around.
good eye on you, bub.
I'll take our leave.
Mind your manners round Griff, eh?
Fish bucket, fish bucket. There's a lot of curious things. I think I spoke with you before. I'm fairly certain I did. Yeah, you're that guy. You're Hilda, right? You are. I wonder if they'll mind if I'm up here. Butter.
Heading into the kitchen? Don't try anything funny around Griff. I'm watching you.
Like what you see?
Ha! Cheeky. What's your name?
Call me whatever you want to.
All right, Slick. Haven't seen you around here before. When did you get in?
This is getting really out of hand, but you know what? Been here long enough to know that you're the most beautiful woman in the camp.
All right, easy now. You seem sweet, but I'm more curious about you than a bunch of cheesy lines.
Sure, I'll turn it down a few notches.
Ha! Thank you.
How'd you get involved in Griff's thugs? You don't seem the type for shakedowns and skull bashings. Actually, you look strangely familiar. Have we met?
You mean it? Or is that another line of yours? I used to play the harp, you know. Mostly around Arcs, although sometimes we'd travel down to Driftwood. Might be you saw one of my performances.
Been here a long time?
Long enough, I reckon. I'm surprised they haven't come for me yet. Most folks get taken away for the cure after just a week or two.
Never thought about escaping?
By the divine, haven't I? Back home again. Or to somewhere totally new. Sun, wine, freedom. But those are just dreams. No one can escape from here.
Yeah, I'm dead serious. When you find a way out, you should come with.
She laughs. The sound fills the air like the ringing of a bell.
Now, wouldn't that be something? Look, I have an idea. I know we don't know each other very well, but time is so short and a connection is so rare. If we get out of here, will you meet me again in Arcs?
Absolutely nothing would keep me from it.
She leans forward and grazes your cheek with her lips.
She finds that there's nothing there.
Until then.
No, seriously. I think this game is bugged as of right now. Or I was smart and somehow put my human guys on, and now I get to do all of this silly business. Poisoned boiled potato. God, this is hilarious. Patrolman Carl's Rocks. Patrolman Kraus. This is the first time I've ever seen you. Can I speak with you, or are you just gonna keep running away from me? Spit back.
Watch yourself, boy.
Alright, we're not immediately attacked. Ooh, doggy. Doggy, 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 doggy.
You smell like... Well, out of my sight.
Oh. Doggy. You make me sad. I've already spoken with you, right? I have not spoken with Waltz. I know for a fact I've not spoken with Waltz yet.
Freshy. What you heard about a crate of stolen supplies? Don't you lie to me now.
I'm also looking for it. Have any leads?
If I did, I wouldn't give them up to you. Griff sent me, not you.
I'm actually working on Griff's behalf.
Look, I'm Griff's right hand, and I'm gonna find that crate, and you're gonna watch me hand it over to him.
So, you're hyper defensive as Griff's right hand. So it's either you've hidden it yourself, or the idiot over here, Needle, is just hiding it somewhere, and I'd have to figure out where Needle lives in order to get it. Oh well. I've spoken with everyone else here, so that's not my problem. I'll be calm about the whole thing, and you also killed the man in cold blood. You know, let's go do some combat shenanigans down here. Why not? I feel like visiting the arena and opening up some jars. Admittedly, most of my people are kind of injured. Oh. We can just press a button and... Okay, I guess. Why not?
You come to fight. You come to prove yourself. You come to be worthy. There can only be one. And you have but one chance.
What am I meant to prove here?
She scoffs.
To prove you are the one.
The one what?
Never mind. The one does not ask such a question.
Fine, I fight.
Good. Who aids you? Choose wisely. Whether you fail or succeed, you do not fight more than once.
I'd like the nearby party members to join me. They are at my command.